Konnichiwa. So thanks for watching our video. I'm Satoe here teaching Reiki in Hong Kong. So I'm from Hong Kong chapter of Japan Reiki Association. Today in this video, I'd like to talk about how to treat your bad habits for communication. Yeah, we have so many bad habits maybe, but actually when you come to learn Reiki in our level 2, we have one technique. It's called treating bad habits technique. In the textbook, for example, you want to stop your bad habits such as drinking alcohol, smoking too much, or biting the nails. But this is too, how do I say, it's only that's the serious cases, maybe you want to really try this technique. But now what I really learned from this technique, of course I practiced Reiki for a long time, then I realized that maybe I want to change my behavior. So that's also regarding to treating the bad habits. I realized this point, and then for me, most of the time I could find my bad habits in communication. Yeah. For example, have you happened that anything that you want to change your behavior but you couldn't? For myself, mostly that's related to my emotion. Yeah, we have so many different types of people, like how to react to the people. For example, when you need to do the communication to others, then you find it you are kind of totally uncontrollable in emotion, or kind of you are declining, you want to fade away, you are not responding. Some people are kind of shouting all the time, and some people like very negatively, so you cannot really take it a positive way. We have so many habits. Yeah, some cases maybe you are not still realize that a lot. Some people may be doing this on purpose. They also realize that they are really angry, but they also doing on another purpose. So I also find out many different type person. But myself, I want to say myself, actually the treating the bad habits, of course in the textbook say that you can treat others, but first of all it's really important to understand what is your habits, and if you can work with you, I highly recommend you to practice this treating bad habits to start to change from you today. Yeah. So that is my suggestion, and then today I like to share my idea and my personal experience, and also so how you can try better. I also some experience practicing Reiki, but today is a general information, so how you can treat your bad habits in communication. Yeah. So I searched in the internet, so they have two articles. So mainly they are this is really general article, I guess, more related to psychology maybe, but they also are suggesting 7 points, like what is the healthy communication habits. For example, you are be considerate, study focus on the conversation, and learn to read to the listener, and practice reflective listening. Wait for the speaker to finish. Don't resort to name calling. Stick to the issue at hand. Manage your anger. Stay on track. Start and end with positive. Yeah. So this is some healthy communication habits. But on the other hand, I also search in the internet what is the bad communication habits. So for example, avoiding eye contact, not listening, interrupting, using verbal placeholders, negativity, gossiping, not responding to emails or stuff like that. So after I heard about this kind of a suggestion, I found that so maybe I'm not doing quite well about the communication to others. So how about you? Yeah, can you do this nicely every day, or you are kind of, oh my God, don't call me? Then yeah, it is sometimes it's really difficult, to do the good habits. But what I found here, especially I start practicing Reiki, because we can really treat ourselves better by our hands. So we don't really have to seek something outside to get your emotion better. So this is the most benefit from practicing Reiki. I found myself sometimes, because I'm lack of energy. For example, you are totally exhausted. You find that you are emotionally exhausted or physically exhausted. Sometimes you feel stressful, you feel a lack of energy. then this kind of healthy habits, the communication habits, is really difficult to keep it. You will tend to go to the bad habits, that section, then you find it is like okay, rescue me, I don't know how to do with it for the communication to others. Yeah, I believe maybe many people is same thing, like a same problem. Maybe we are all different type of person. I don't know what kind of person are you. Like, are you tend to be more positive thinking and then try to speak nicely, like you can speak straight about your opinion? But even you, maybe when you're feeling lack of energy, then you are not really keeping the best condition of you, so you are slightly going down and then you feel tiring about communicating to others, or maybe some cases feel like totally not possible communicating to others. Actually, in this modern life, like I'm living in Hong Kong, we don't have to talk to people. We usually, because such a convenient lifestyle. So for example, you have money, you go down the street and you go to the supermarket, you don't have to talk to people, but you just pay money to the cashier. That is also machine, and then you can just go home without any conversation. So it is really like we are actually relying on this convenience all the time in our lifetime. So if you don't think that is important, then our communication skill is much more shrinking. You don't really have to learn about this in your lifetime. I think that's also very possible for us as well. But I think, that everything that maybe has a meaning, that's also related to our energy level. Because in the past, so I acknowledge myself, maybe I feel my life is unlucky, so I feel really poor physically, mentally, emotionally. So I'm a totally uncontrollable person, and then I always keep looking for something that I don't have. So at the time, of course, I feel really painful every day. Then I don't think my life is something to improve, but I'm always keep complaining about, why life is like this. Of course, you can still continue with the way that you have chosen. Yeah, this is people, that's what I believe. But if you want to change to the better quality of life, so you take your life, maybe you have a lot of troubles, you find it a lot of challenges at the moment in your life, but if you want to think that, okay, I want to improve my life better way, then why not? You can also try yourself to change your habits. Yeah, so that's really makes sense for me. So before, because I really I totally lost my confidence sometimes, because I failed my communication to my husband, for example, and failed communication to my friends sometimes. So this is really impossible for me. Like, I'm really losing my confidence that how I can really communicate to others. And then what I can say now is actually I'm still trying. Yeah, I'm trying best to how to do better for those things, like a lot of issues, and then I still really couldn't find the right answers for me and for others. But at least what I can do is, if you want to change something, actually the easiest way is to change yourself. It's not changing something, changing others, or changing the world, or changing the society. It is harder than what you are thinking maybe. So I come back to this starting point that maybe I want to change myself, I want to change my behavior. So if you agree with it, then maybe you can continue to watch my video. Yeah, but I think the practicing Reiki is really helpful, because if you agree with, okay, so I want to change myself, I want to change my bad habits for communication. Yeah, we can think about many bad habits, but I can assume that maybe majority people, not many bad habits, like a serious bad habits such as drinking alcohol, smoking. Of course, some people still struggle with that, but I think many people is a communication skill habit. So if you keep doing the same bad habits, I want you to check, so what is your bad habits for your communication to others? You may find it. You may find this today. Yeah. Are you like declining always like a conversation from others? Like you are losing confidence, you don't want to face to something, or you are kind of tend to angry and shouting to others? so many issues, right? And they sometimes find it this is impossible, like made us think like this is not possible. Then okay, so why not we just stop the communication? But what I want to say, if you stop the communication, so I think our quality of life is actually not improving, but we are like going down. Yeah, because people is the creature. We want to live together. And if we can do cooperation, it's wonderful, because if you think about, okay, so too many people on the earth, yeah, many people discuss about too many people on the earth, but can you change your mind, like change your way of thinking that actually more people means that more hands that you can get the help from them. Yeah, we can think like this way. So I think it's wonderful if we can improve our communication skills. But practicing Reiki, so something that you are really practicing on yourself. So you can of course try to others. Yeah, I'll be talking about how to practice Reiki nicely on others. Some of the videos in the past, I also was talking about how you can do nicely Reiki on others. But the Reiki principle is all the time. So your Reiki energy come back to you first. Yeah, you are the first person to receive Reiki energy, and you gain energy, so that way you can cleanse your emotions and then clear up your mind. So all the benefits is actually coming to you even you give Reiki to the people. Yeah, I really want you to be seriously practice Reiki every day, so in this manner, because so you gain, so you get a chance to practice Reiki to others, but that is not really you are going to change person, you're going to make somebody feel better. Of course, we feel better, maybe you feel comfortable, like you are acknowledged by something, like somebody praise you up. Practicing Reiki, I think many people understand what is Reiki and what is Reiki therapy, but the most benefit is that actually, so you really gain energy enough to be confident, and gain energy enough to change yourself. So that is the most the important part that I learned in the past. So like my case, so I actually live in my own like a personal experience. For example, before, but I think I'm still learning about this communication skill, right? But I think I can wait. Like I can really stop and observe that I have done. Before I can be totally uncontrollable about emotion. So sometimes I feel like really emotional that I'm not what I'm saying, but I'm gradually learning that, oh, I have done this. And I also feel guilty sometimes, like what I have done to this for communication to others. Sometimes I feel uncontrollable emotion before I totally losing confidence. So I'm kind of declining. I don't want to face it. But now I know that I made mistake. Sometimes we are like argument and I feel like, wow, that is really emotional conversation. But I can quickly recover like from the emotional level. Then I can really quickly shift to the another action. So this is, I change myself like this way. It's really slow step though for myself. It's not like a suddenly turn to be like, wow, you are great and you are so successful person. I don't think so. I'm still learning about that, but at least I can tell that I can shift quicker than before. Before I'm kind of a totally immersed to the negativity. So after I had a very bad communication. For example, I had a very bad conversation with somebody, and then I'm kind of really don't want to meet people. I have to shut down myself, and then I really took a long time to recover myself. But now I can really shorten the time that, you know, the bad moment that I had a very bad emotion. Is surprisingly, actually, I'm gaining a confidence. At the same time, I feel grateful about what I had about my negative emotions. I don't know how I can tell this nicely to you, but before I hate negative emotion. For example, I was angry, I was worried too much, I was so sad, and then I couldn't love enough. Like for example, I created the negative emotions. I hate so much. I hate myself so much that I couldn't face myself. That's eventually cannot face to others. But nowadays, don't know why I feel really grateful about having the negative emotions. This is because I think I could take the time really nicely take really important moment that I have in the negative emotion. So this really feeling is not really something else. It's my personal feeling is that, for example, I feel anger, but I can take a deep breath. It's not really keeping asking, questioning myself that why I get angry and I'm so bad and I should do that. Of course, I have a lot of things in my mind as well, but it's much better that I really face it myself and then take more time to recover. That's what I couldn't do it before. Yeah, because we are all learning souls in our life. I can tell that. So like looking at this in the situation Hong Kong from last year, so many people felt really losing the confidence. For example, losing the confidence to do communication to others is really scary sometimes. You don't want to face it. You really need to shut down, and then that's maybe also needed at the moment, that because we are like a really heat up and it's really dangerous. But I think it's also coming to the moment. Maybe we taking this time now and then later on, so we come to the point that we going to recover. When you are time to recover, so actually we really want ourselves to really facing ourselves. It's not really facing to outside, but I think it's the time to face ourselves, that you have to treat yourself. You have to treat your emotions better. That is the first priority, more than the one that you're going to treat people. That is highly recommend you to start learning Reiki and practice Reiki. If you once you receive attunement in the past, so you have this possibility, you can restart your practice. You are currently practicing a lot about Reiki, so I want to say yes, you are keep going on, so you can use your practice, and then sometimes you can also take this practice experience for your communication level. Yeah, communication to others, that level. But if you are never learned Reiki before, then I suggest you to do this. Reiki is really famous technique for healing. So people really believe that if you apply Reiki or you receive Reiki, maybe you are like become healthier, and then that is no wrong. But what I found here, it is more like so this is really growing your inner self, and then that's maybe what we call, okay, so this is spiritual growth that you are doing with Reiki, and then that is, I think is, yes, this is really right. So you can try and approach yourself by practicing Reiki. You are nicely gaining your energy flow by practicing Reiki. Yeah, so that is it today, what I want to tell you in this video. So if you have any bad communication habits, why not? You can try practicing Reiki and gain your energy, and finally, so you can change your behavior. So now our association, we have a lot of Zoom online practice group Reiki session, or let you experience Reiki maybe at the first time. That's also happening online on Zoom. So you can find more detail, our information below in the comment section. So currently we have Hong Kong chapter, so I'm doing this like a Zoom session in Hong Kong. So if you are Asia region, you can consider to take my session on Zoom, and you can also go to the Canada. So your region is in America, Canada, that section you can find Nasrin in Canada chapter, and we have more section in the future as well. So we're hoping to do something more in the worldwide. Okay, so thanks for watching our video. Please don't forget subscribe our channel. So see you next time, and have a good Reiki day. Bye.